What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Kiss Me More by Doja Cat and SZA. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button and let me know in the comments down below what are the songs by either of these two awesome artists that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play Kiss Me More on guitar is that we're going to be in standard tuning and we will not need a capo for this song. The next thing we would usually go over is the structure of a song, but for Kiss Me More, we're actually just going to repeat the same picking pattern through the whole song, so you don't need to worry about the structure for this one. And the last thing that we'd usually go over for a song is chords, but for Kiss Me More, again, we're just going to repeat the same picking pattern through the whole song, so you don't need to worry about chords for this one either. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Kiss Me More. Oh, guys, this is such a groovy song. It's got such a cool feel to it. In fact, it kind of feels like a 90s or like early 2000s song to me, the way that this picking pattern feels and just the vibe of the song. And I really love that. I think it just has a really cool, unique sound that we haven't heard very much of lately. And it's got a really fun picking pattern that repeats through the whole entire song. Now, to some of you guys who have been on my channel for a long time, this angle right here might look a little bit weird because we're way zoomed in on the guitar. The reason for that is because this whole picking pattern takes place between the 10th fret and actually up here towards like the 17th fret. So it's way up on the neck right here. It's all up in this little high spot right here. So that's why we're super zoomed in. So just for reference, again, this is the 10th fret, where the F is the 12th fret, and then way up here is the 17th fret, and that's the highest that we're gonna go. Your guitar probably has little dots in those spots that'll actually show you what fret you're on. That's what those are. Most guitars should have those, and that'll help you kind of keep track of where you're at. So with that in mind, let's start breaking down this picking pattern. One thing that's cool about this picking pattern is that the whole thing is based on the D string and the G string. So you don't have to move your fingers around a whole lot when you're playing this, which makes it a little more beginner friendly. So our first shape is gonna be a 11th fret on the D string and a 13th fret on the G string. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick back and forth between those notes 6 times before we change to the next shape. So it'll look about like this. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little closer to full speed. About like that, and then we'll move on to the next shape. For our next shape, all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our ring finger off of 13th fret of the G string, and we're gonna put our middle finger onto 12th fret of the G string. So now we have 11th fret on the D string, 12th fret on the G string. We're gonna do that same picking back and forth pattern, but we're only gonna do it twice for this shape. So 1, 2. Well, again, full speed. Just about like that. And then we're on to the next shape. Our next shape, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take our full hand off, and we're gonna do a ring finger on the 12th fret of the G string. So we're actually gonna put that the same place it just was, but the reason we're taking everything off is so that we get in a better position to put our pointer finger on 10th fret of the D string. So we have 10th fret on the D string, 12th fret on the G string, and then this one, we're gonna pick back and forth 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, closer to full speed. Just like that. And then we're gonna go down here and we're gonna keep our pointer finger on that 10th fret of the D string, but we're gonna take our ring finger off of that 12th fret on the G string, and we're gonna put our middle finger on 10th fret of the G string. And same thing here, we're gonna go back and forth between that 2 times. So 1, 2, close to full speed. Just about like that. So that's the full picking part, but we have one little thing to slap onto the end of that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get this shape here, kind of like what we just had a second ago in that third shape we went over. We're gonna take it all the way up here to 15th fret and 17th fret. So 15th fret on the D string, 17th fret on the G string, and we're gonna strum just those 2 strings together, just the D and G strings together. So 15th on the D, 17th on the G, strum those 2 strings together. And then we're gonna slide that exact shape down 2 frets where it's on 13th fret of the D string and 15th of the G string. And we're gonna strum those 2 together. Just like that. And that is gonna finish up the picking pattern that repeats the whole entire song. That's it, guys. That right there just repeats the whole song. So it's nothing too crazy. It is way up here on the guitar, which may seem a little intimidating if you've never played something up that high. But it's really not too challenging. It's pretty straightforward. It'll match up perfectly with what's being played in the song, and it's a lot of fun to play once you get in a really good groove with it. So with that in mind, let's do a little walkthrough of that whole thing together. We're gonna start with this shape right here, this 11th fret on the D, 13th on the G. We're gonna pick through that 6 times. And then we're gonna go to that 11th fret on the D, 12th fret on the G. We're gonna pick through that twice. And then we're gonna go to that 10th fret on the D, 12th fret on the G. That one gets 4 times. And then we're gonna go to 10th fret on the D, 10th fret on the G, 2 times. And then we go up to that little strumming thing, which is that 15th on the D, 17th on the G. Strum those together. Slide that shape down 2 frets, 13th on the D, 15th on the G, strum those 2 together. Just like that. And that is gonna repeat through the whole entire song, Kiss Me More. So with all that in mind, guys, I'm gonna play through that picking pattern a couple of times really slowly so that you can make sure you have all the right stuff in all the right places. Then I'll play through it a couple times full speed so that you can match it up with the speed of the song. So slowly a couple times first through the picking pattern that's gonna repeat all the way through Kiss Me More will look about like this without me talking. And a couple of times full speed through the picking pattern that's going to repeat all the way through Kiss Me More will look about like this without me talking. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play Kiss Me More on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 850 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see a sneak peek of what songs I'm working on next, be sure to hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. And lastly guys, if you want to support the channel and get your name in the credits at the end of each new guitar tutorial, you can hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. Guys, Kiss Me More is a lot of fun to play. It's a really groovy song, and it's actually my first song I'm teaching by Doja Cat. I've gotten a lot of requests to teach some music by her, and this is the first one I've actually tackled. I love SZA, so as soon as I heard this song, I was just stoked. It was the perfect kind of situation. I love songs like this that are kind of R&B based. It's obviously got a little bit of rap in there as well, but it's got some awesome guitar in it too. And that's one of my favorite kind of little subgenres is R&B that has guitar in it, because I'm a big fan of R&B. I listen to it all the time, and I love it whenever it's got some good guitar in it. And something about this song, like I said in the lesson, feels kind of 90s-ish to me. I don't know what it's reminding me of, but like it sounds like something late 90s, early 2000s to me, and I just can't quite put my finger on what it is, but it's just, yeah, it's got a very familiar sound. But this picking pattern is super fun. It's very beginner friendly. I know it may look a little intimidating because it is way up on the fretboard, but don't be intimidated by that, because it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a complicated song. It just is probably in an unfamiliar territory on the fretboard to some of you newer guitar players out there. But anything can be just as easy down here on the fretboard as it is up here on the fretboard. It just depends on the song and depends on what you're playing. And so this one, again, being the fact that it's all kind of located in one spot, You're only on the D and G strings. It really makes it a fairly beginner-friendly song. It is a little bit quick, so you might have to practice this one slower first before you can play at full speed with the song. But other than that, it really is a very beginner-friendly picking pattern. So guys, I had a lot of fun learning this song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning it as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.